Kidisini city go fi them our vicinity. You like chippy bossy make Nicky see me. You know how good teeth mother. You know how we get teeth mother.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. This one is called, if you happen to pick up a worthless man, as soon as you realize, cut your losses and move on. Because it is going to be a case of sorry for Marga Dog. Him turn around and him bite you. I am going to give you a perfect example of a couple. The lady's name is Abby, and the man's name, who is the Cruff, his name is Alan. They're from a place known as Belfield that is in St. Catherine. There was a viral video circulating all over social media maybe a couple of months ago in which a man could be seen on the hood of a vehicle begging the lady to open the vehicle and let him back in. Just so you can follow the story, I am going to take you from the start in which that incident took place. I want you to take a listen, take a look to the edited version. This is new information based on an older incident that took place. And then I'll give my piece.
Are your girlfriend? Hey, girlfriend? Pull the door enough. Abby, pull the door enough, please. No, nobody will. Okay. Yeah. Let's go make a. Yes! Abby, me a best fee, Abby. Abby, what me door for, man? Let me make you up your door for you.
So people, that was the edited version of the video. The video is about 6 to 7 minutes long. Was not going to play the whole thing. Just to give you a summary of exactly what took place. So pretty much the young lady, Abby, has been having problem with this man. He's a bum, he's a cruff. He's probably one of the worst thing. Freeloader. He went to the NIS office to get a NIS card, and while he was there, because him kind of fully done, him couldn't fill out the application. So he was calling Abby and did not get Abby. Him know say Abby was supposed to go to a hospital, so him find himself at the hospital. Some big argument ensued. Him then take away Abby phone. Abby kind of get pissed off, jumping at the vehicle. That was when him jump on top of the vehicle. Didn't want Abby to leave because he knew that he did not have the fear to get his bum ass back home. So that incident took place. Abby has been having problem from day one. The boy has just been a bum. Fast forward a couple of days or so ago, this boy get himself in a trouble once again. Like I said, Abby is a hard-working lady, goes out, she have her own things, she pay her own bills. This youth, not so much. Occasionally, he might get a job maybe once every 6 months or so. So we can call it same work twice a year, meaning that he does not work none at all. So him and Abby have a child, his name is Alan. Because Abby is always working, she make Alan take care of the little pitney. However, it seems as if Alan is always pinching up the pitney them, get mad when the pitney them eat the food that he does not provide any sorts of assistance for. Abby have a stepfather, a family member, they have a child, so that child was by Abby's house, and that boy was watching Abby's child, their child, and then the step people them pitney. The stepfather was supposed to come for the child, but when he reached, it was kind of raining, so he decided that he was going to stay with the child or stay at the house. While he was there, him hear one of the little pitney them cry out as if something hurt them. When him go in the room, him say Alan a laugh. Him ask Alan, what you do to the little boy? It look like Alan pinch the pitney. So the stepfather and Alan, the bum, got into some altercation. Knife drawn, machete drawn. Alan run go for machete, chop off of the man, chop the man pan him hand, almost chop the man pan him neck. The man draw for a kitchen utensil. Wheel and pop off, then Alan couple joke. Alan end up at the hospital, him end up at the hospital. Alan got the more shitty side of the stick. He was more injured than the stepfather. So now, Alan wants the stepfather and him girlfriend to pay his hospitalization bill because him don't have any money to take care of his expenses. He claims that he needs 100,000 so that him can get an MRI, him can get assistance, medical assistance, and it is going to cost about 100,000, 20,000 for this, 20,000 for that. All because this youth is a bum, a pestilence. Menace to society, like me say, you're sorry for Margadog, him turn around and him bite you. Now Alan wants these people, family or family member, stepfather and him girlfriend to pay for his expenses at the hospital. Him a call the people and a stress them out. The moral of the story is that Abby pick up Ish and end up with Ish. The family members warned her long time ago, leave that little bum there alone. Truth be told, when I was asked by phone conversation, what is my advice, I said, it's a couple of things that are going to happen. Is either you get him locked up, incarcerated for a very long time, you either make some people, which is going to sound controversial, give him the Tarzan and Jane justice, or he is going to come back and haunt you even more. There are instances in which him clot up the little pitney them, pinch up the little pitney them, beat them up to all manner of evil to them, and then them still take him back, still have him there. What you think is going to happen when he realize that, listen, him attack one of the family member, the stepfather, and the stepfather disarm him, take away the machete, and then clot him up. Him end up at the hospital, stepfather end up at the hospital. This boy is going to get desperate, and whenever you are desperate, you are going to resort to desperate means, meaning that him probably are going to take away one of them picnic or everybody in the house if he gets an opportunity. Point blank and period.
You're nothing to them, you tell me something, mother, that no one asks you. Why you're bad? Why? No. Just do what you need to do. What you do what you need to do. Brother, anytime you're ready. Just do what you need to do. Why you tell me do what you need to do. Just suck your mother, that me say. Just suck your mother.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the People's National Party is now the party of SYM. Not meaning synchronize your mother. You know exactly what that means. One particular person, his name is Lawrence Rowe. It seems as if his abuse is licking them for six, like the former cricketer, Mr. Lawrence Rowe. It is said that Mr. Lawrence Rowe, that used to be a PNP caretaker turned JLP supporter, has had 2 incidents of abuse in about 2 months or so. The video that you saw is the first incident. Fast forward on or about July 12, 2025, a next incident in the vicinity of Heroes Circle. It is said that the complainant, Mrs. Barnaby, went to the police station and filed an official report. Filed an assault charge against Mr. Rowe and a couple of his accomplices. They are 40-year-old Winston Davis and 66-year-old Elva Barnaby. Both of them were charged on Wednesday for assaults. Mr. Rowe was charged about 6 days later, on or about the 18th of July. The incident took place on the 12th of July. So now Mr. Rowe is denying that he had anything to do with this lady. Based on her report, is that she was pushed down and she suffered severe damages to one of her knee, I think the right knee. However, Mr. Rowe is contesting that report and claiming that he was actually the one that was attacked by this lady while he was in the company of those 2 other co-defendants. Based on what he said, the lady attacked him, and it was one of his co-defendants that was trying to keep the lady from him, that was holding back his hand. So therefore, the lady could not beat up her face or her knee on his arm or when he pushed her down. Now, people, like me say, this man jumped from PNP, gone over to the JLP, and in 2 short months, 2 different abuse cases against him filed officially. So what this proves is the temperament of our politicians, that they are no different from the average Joe or Jane when it comes to abusive nature and aggression. And like the saying goes, for whom much is given, much is expected. So therefore, when we put these people on a pedestal, we should expect that they are going to be respectful. However, we see them worse than we. And this is yet an perfect example. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based on the edited, speeded up version of a robbery that took place in Montego Bay on Barnett Street, I guess, last night. Based on information not confirmed, it is said that those band of men criminals also went to St. Mary and them robbed a couple of places, including one incident where they robbed $4 million or so. Unconfirmed again, it is said that 2 unmarked police vehicles saw them and arrested them. Unconfirmed again, like I said. Let's talk about the video. I'm sure you've seen the video from other bloggers. I posted the video on my next channel last night. When I watched the video, I thought that I was watching something from for the Cartoon Network. However, I knew that it was serious because guns were involved, including assault rifle. Kind of looked like an AR-15, don't quote me. So several guns were drawn in a people's face, and you could clearly see that employees in that supermarket, including the owner's manager, they were traumatized. As a matter of fact, you even heard a can go off, a pie sound. Seems as if it went off by a mistake. I don't know if anybody got hit. Did not hear anything on one of those professional news media, meaning TVJ or CVM. Did not hear any mention of it. Don't know the date it actually took place. Maybe the video get released days or weeks after. What I realize is that a lot of these youths, them really need to go find a job. A lot of these youths are idle, and that is what happens when idle people who are not gainfully employed sit down and them have access to tool, can borrow tool or them own the tool themselves. It makes them feel invincible. It makes them be even lazier. So them figure say, them can just sit down, crush out weed in them hand, and whenever they are ready, them just choose some random shop, mostly pick-up shop, and then them run in, take the people their money, and take for themselves. It is only unfortunate that Eamon Pick was not there at pick-up, run upon them coincidentally and done them, because we see them the kind of dazed and confused. It looked like they were just in training. They never look like any sorts of professionals like we've seen before, JCF and JDF members in a robbery. So people, at the end of the day, like I said, the good thing, based on what I heard, nobody got hurt. People get robbed. The people them lose their money. And they might have gotten away. Might is the operative word. As soon as I get some more information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called It Happened Again. It happened once more again. Another thirsty, successful businessman lured into the okey pokey. Lured by PUMS by one of these young ladies. A couple of months ago, a Digicel employee, he lost his life. He was robbed. He was lured by a young lady. Them kidnap him, take him backyard, empty out him backyard. When they no longer needed him, them take him, chop up him body, do all manner of evil to him. Those persons were arrested. Fast forward, the same thing happened to a contractor. 43-year-old Humphrey Brown, he is from Willardine, that is in St. Catherine. However, his body was located less than 24 hours ago in Old Harbor. Based on the information, it is said that at about 11:50, on the fateful day when he went missing a couple of days ago, he received a phone call. He jumped into his expensive Mercedes and he went to meet whomever he was supposed to meet. Codename, just a hint, wink wink, a lady that lured him in because of the PUMS. Because, you know, the average man is not going to leave the comfort of his house to go out to meet a friend, even a friend in need. He will do it for some PUMS though. Based on the information, it is said that the police investigators got some lead. When they located his vehicle, the Mercedes-Benz in a Ocharias, there were two young men in that vehicle. Those two young men were taken in. There was a question and answer session. They were charged and they gave the location. Them come under pressure. And you know, so them weak. They told the police where the body was. They went and they found the body in a Old Harbor, in a some sort of shallow grave. Now, people, here's the thing. I have spoken about this before. Other bloggers have spoken about this before. This is not a new scam. This has been going on for years. However, what these young ladies do, them dress up because them look sexy, them look cute. They are just playing the part to lure you in. When they lure you in, then them have them gunman friend who they are going to share the proceeds of your death with. So them abduct you. Them take you away, they take your bank card, you're forced to give them the password or the pass key, whatever. The more money that you have is the longer that they hold you. And when that money is done, more than likely you are going to be dashed away. Such is the case as in the Digicel contractor and this contractor. So just to let you know, warn you, thirsty, successful men that don't have access to PUM, or your wife is holding out. There are many, many cases in the court in which persons just like you fall for the okey pokey, get lured by the PUMS, end up getting caught up. Luckily, they did not lose their life. Going to court on cases like these, going to court with their wives because the wife is in still support because of monetary or just support. That is what some women do. However, there are much, much more cases in which the person did not live to tell the tale or even seek justice in the court. So in other words, take sleep and mark death literally, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that an ex-top bank manager, account and support officer is doing some shaky accounting and supporting his own financial needs with the money from purses at the bank. Based on the information, it is said that from about August of 2024, fast forward to about May of 2025, this man swindled about 10 million. As a matter of fact, $9.4 million to be exact. It is said that he would get access to the people's account password, and then he would transfer to his personal accounts at other financial institutions over about a 9 to 10 month span, don't quote me. Based on the information, it is said that he was questioned, charged, officially arrested, on or about the 16th of July, and he was charged on the 18th of July, 2 days later. He was charged for several counts of larceny as a servant and fraudulent activity, cybercrime acts. Now, people, we've seen many cases in which this is happening over and over and over again, where these people that are supposed to be trusted people have more criminal element than the average Joe or Jane out there. Because the fact is that they are trusted with millions of dollars to oversee persons' account, especially dormant account of elderly people. If you check, I can guarantee, if you check any institution in a Jamaica, older people are being swindled by the millions, probably the billions. Now, what makes this worse is even though these people are being charged, them thief enough money to get the right legal assistance, top lawyers. So what these lawyers do is that they go to court and them claim say, them schedule very thick. So therefore they do the delay tactics, try stretch out the case for years. And then when they go to court, it is as if the prosecution and the judge almost forget. So them just give these people a little slap on the wrist. Now, people, when we see what is going on, and people, this is no justification to thief. When we see the prices of these houses and these real estate that is going on in a Jamaica development, you have to ask yourself the question, how does the average Joe or Jane afford one of these houses? So this is what is happening. People are seeing all of these development and people are saying to themselves, well, there is no way on the Master God earth that I will be able to afford this on my salary. However, if I look at other persons' money and ready them, covetous them, greedy them, then I can actually take the money. So these people are willing to take the risk to live a lifestyle that is beyond their means. And that is exactly what is happening. They are trying to keep up with the Jones. And it does not work out. However, the people that usually lose their money because them squander these money, these people are never more than likely going to get it back. And if they do, it is going to be pennies on the dollar. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.